The House set to vote later today on a Republican spending plan that would add controversial measures to undermine Obamacare. And the plan includes a one-year delay on fully implementing the president's health care plan and a repeal of a new tax on medical devices that would help fund Obamacare. Any House GOP plan faces almost certain death in the Senate. Senate Democratic leader Harry Reid has said any bill that would change Obamacare is unacceptable. Unless there is a budget deal by midnight on Monday, the government would shut down. So, if that House bill passes, it will be dead on arrival in the Senate. So why are Republicans doing this? Let's talk now to our CNN political commentator and Democratic strategist, Maria Cardona, and also there in D.C. is CNN political commentator Ben Ferguson. Ben, why? Why put the American people through all of this if it's all for naught?
Because we don't have a dictatorship in this country. Barack Obama said when he ran for president the first and the second time that his job was to find consensus and compromise. Then this week he says, I refuse to negotiate with the Republicans. And then to make sure that everyone knows he refuses to negotiate,
Ben,
he goes and plays golf today while the government's about to shut down.
Ben, answer my question. Come on. If it's all for naught, why put the American people through this? Answer the question.
Because, again, when you're the President of the United States of America, you're supposed to work with Congress. And when Harry Reid and when Dan Pfeiffer at the White House says that the Republicans are acting like terrorists that have bombs strapped to their bodies like some sort of suicide bomber, that's not being in the spirit of compromise. And the majority of the American people, well, let me say this, though. The majority of the American people,
I know what you're going to say. The majority of the American people don't want. I get that. I get that.
Obamacare.
I'm talking about shutting down the government. Obamacare, because you're attaching it to shutting down the government, which does not make sense to most people, including most Republicans. Well, hear me out here. So then why not do, listen, Ben, why not do what the president said? If you have issues with Obamacare, work with me. Tell me what they are. I am more than willing to work with you. Do not shut down the government.
Don, give me one example of when Barack Obama in his last 5 years plus in office has ever worked with the Republicans on Obamacare.
I am not here to defend
there are zero,
President Obama nor
Republicans.
I'm just
there are
asking
zero
you
times where he's done that. The Blair House is a great example. When he had the Republicans at the table and he pretty much looked at him, he said, I won. You lost. I got the House. I got the Senate. I don't have to play with you. I don't have to listen to any of your concerns. And he's continued to have that mindset ever since then. So if you're Republican, you have no other options right now.
We're not going to continue to hog this conversation, but you know what that sounds like. It sounds like mine's, then yours. That's what that sounds like. Go ahead, Maria.
So here's where my friend Ben is completely wrong. The president has always been willing to negotiate with Republicans. Let's remember, he was the one who did not walk away 3 times from a grand bargain. It was John Boehner when he was slapped by the Tea Party caucus because he was negotiating with President Obama. And then John Boehner said, I will not negotiate with President Obama again. On this specific point, the president has been very clear. If Republicans have good ideas about how to implement the Affordable Care Act better, or if they have ideas on how to make it work better, I am open to listening and to working with them. But not if it is tied to a government shutdown that will hurt average American families. It will hurt our military, it will hurt our seniors, it will hurt our children, and not as long as it is attached to a bill that will fund the government at a default. You know, that's just the way that it is.
When Obamacare was being written, the Republicans were shut out of the meetings to write that bill. And the Democrats did not let us, they didn't let us in. That is a fact, and you know that's true. And Nancy Pelosi.
I have to clarify this. Even Nancy
Let him finish, and I'll let you clarify, and then we'll move on.
Even Nancy Pelosi said.
Let him finish. Maria, let him finish, and I'll let you respond. Hold on. Ben, go ahead, and then Maria.
Even Nancy Pelosi said, we won the election, they lost, we're in charge. We get to write the bill how we want to. Does that sound like compromise? The American people know it too. They don't like Obamacare. Majority of Americans don't like it.
Ben, that is the truth, though. I mean, whether you agree with her or not, I mean, they did win, and they get to decide because they're the majority.
They did.
But go
you know
ahead.
what
And
else?
now they're not
You know
in
what
the
else
House.
is the truth? But you know what else is the truth? The health care exchanges and the individual mandate, two key parts of Obamacare. Guess whose ideas they were? They were Republican ideas hatched out of the Heritage Foundation. They just don't like it now
Not
because
true.
it's President Obama that's the one who's proposing them.
Okay,
In
all right,
addition,
listen.
the majority of Americans don't want Obamacare repealed. They want to give it a chance to work.
We're going to put you both in your separate corners, and we're going to have you back. You're going to be back here just in a couple minutes on CNN, so stand by, guys.